Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Holika Holika Holi Pop BB Cream in the shade Glow. I picked this up for my full face of Holika Holika last month, I believe. I decided to pick it up because I was doing most of the Holi Pop collection and I thought it was just, the packaging is really cute. Even though it's not my normal like pastel girly, it's still, I think, really nice packaging. So the product description says, the Holi Pop BB Cream is available in matte, moist and glow versions. The matte contains silky finish pore and sebum absorbing powders to keep skin sleek and matte. The moist contains 50% water essence, milk protein extract and ceramide to retain moisture. The glow version contains a high glow oil to brighten skin tone and sea buckthorn to revitalize. So the packaging of this product is really cute. It has the same outer as most of the other Holi Pop products does, which has the yellow pop art, which I think is really, really cute. The BB cream has a screw top and it is really easy to get the product out. I have the Glow shade and this is a little bit darker and peachier than I would prefer, but it's actually not too bad of a shade. Because it is a BB cream, it is a little bit less covering, so I can get away with a different shade a lot more easier than I could if it was a full coverage product. So I personally find that cushion puffs are the easiest way for me to apply this BB cream, so I've got a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to do one side of my face as usual. I apologise for the really weird lighting, but because that square of sunlight there is there, I can't get the camera to actually make me look brighter without really washing that out. It's really annoying, but that's okay. The light is actually from one of my neighbor's windows, so it's because he's opened his windows in the morning. The sun is reflecting off the aluminium frame, and I can't just go over and be like, close your window. That's a bit intrusive and weird, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Honestly, the boys don't actually open the windows that often, so it's probably a good thing that they are. So that is one half of my face with the BB cream on. It does have a really dewy finish, but that is actually helped out by the fact that my base at the moment is quite dewy. I just have my sunscreen on. It has really nice light coverage, so you can see quite a lot of scarring still down here, but my skin tone looks really even. And even though the colour isn't quite correct, you can kind of see that my chest and neck look a little bit more yellow in tone. Because the coverage is more of a light coverage, it doesn't look obviously not the right colour. So I'm just going to do the other half really quick. Okay, so that is my full face with the BB cream on. I think that it looks really nice. It is super dewy, which I really like. Especially for light coverage, I think that the dewy look is preferable for me personally. But I'm going to zoom you in and show you the coverage and the texture on my skin. So my pores don't look very minimized, so I have quite large apparent pores in this area. You can definitely see them because of that glowy texture, but it does cover up the redness around my nose really nicely. You can still see quite a lot of freckles, which I actually don't personally mind. As for acne coverage, I've got a couple of tiny little spots down here, which you can still pretty much see, so there's almost no coverage in that aspect. It does even out the redness, but it doesn't actually provide coverage. And the same with the forehead, you can see quite a lot of texture. But yeah, that's probably due to the glowy base as well. So see how shiny that is? That's a reflection as well from the window. So I'm going to do the rest of my face and then go about my day, and I'm going to do some check-ins a little bit later to show you the longevity of this BB cream. So I've had this BB cream on for 6 hours now, and I've just finished filming one of the videos for the end of October. So you can see that the foundation looks a little bit bright. It's definitely not the right colour for my skin, so my face looks like a different colour in comparison to my neck. But it also does look a little bit cakey. There are a couple of patches around my nose that have rubbed off. It doesn't look shiny in the sense that I'm oily, but it does have that glow still, which is really nice. So you can definitely see around my mouth where it's starting to cake up a bit, around the nose, and then there's the parts on the top where the actual BB cream has rubbed off. So you can see around the nose tip where it still is, and then on the top of my nose it's rubbed off. Around my chin is quite cakey as well as usual, so it's starting to bunch up a little bit. Overall I look fine from a distance, but up close you can definitely see the flaws in this BB cream, but from a distance I think it still looks pretty acceptable for 6 hours. So the BB cream has been on for a little over 9 hours now. It's starting to look quite shiny in my T-zone, and it is starting to break up quite a lot now. In particular, there's a couple of patches just there, and then on this side right there where there's no BB cream. I don't know why, maybe I like bumped it or something, but the actual BB cream has come off those little patches, which is like very weird. And of course my nose is looking extremely shiny and really patchy, so a lot of the coverage has come off, and my pores are like really apparent in this section too. You can see a lot of the redness coming back around my chin, and it has rubbed off on the bottom. My forehead in particular is quite oily. Not super great, but not the worst ever. So I'm gonna go and take it off now because the sun is like setting. I'm out of natural lighting. Thank gosh for like daylight savings. That means that I can actually do full wear tests without getting the ring light out. So although this looks really nice initially, I find that it doesn't last that well on my skin particularly. The colour is a little bit too much on the peachy pink side for me, unfortunately. It does look a little bit bright in comparison to my face, and I know the lighting is not optimal right now because the sun is coming in at that angle and reflecting off things, so it's very bright from that angle. But you can definitely see that my face doesn't necessarily match my neck that well in terms of actual colour. It is the right kind of lightness, but it's definitely pinker and brighter than the yellow on my chest. It is really easy to apply and it does look really nice initially. I think that the glow looks gorgeous, but even up to 6 hours I can see the makeup starting to break down, and then afterwards it does start to get a little bit too oily for my liking personally. This one also didn't feel like it had much in it. Like, it is supposed to be 30 mils, but it felt half empty when I got it, and it feels very lightweight. I don't know, I feel like there probably wasn't actually 30 mils in this, but I can't tell for sure because I didn't actually weigh it. But overall, the Glow BB cream is just not for me. I just don't think that it lasts that well on my skin. It's not the right colour and it doesn't provide very much coverage at all for me. So especially with the scarring, I would need to go over with some sort of concealer to actually give myself a little bit of coverage on those areas. It is definitely something I would recommend for princesses who want that really beautiful glow that BB creams usually give them. It does make my skin feel nice, but it just doesn't have the longevity for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!